knights and the bishops and rooks don't really move until the game gets hot. You know?
And I was Jake it shows that all Jake is connected, has like a spiritual connection.
That's right.
Because I was reading one of the comments and someone mentioned that, like, if you feel some type of way by watching that brawl, that's because like our energy is all connected. Because all Jake was seeing that and getting like turned up, even though it is low level. It is low level, but it's just a beautiful thing to see. Jake's coming together, standing up for one Jake.
The scriptures say that how beautiful and pleasant it is for brothers to grow together in unity, man. We've been doing that, man.
Yeah, we've been showing Jake the way, but they just never really seen it until they seen Jake in danger and shit. Like, like if he's killing one of us, he'll kill all of us. So it's gonna come down to that time that Jake is gonna be hunted, and Jake's just gonna have to be like, fuck it, to the death then.
And that's why the scriptures say a brother is born for adversity, man. So when shit start really going down, then y'all, like the brother said, y'all gonna know who the Lord's chosen is.
It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful as things going on in the world. The brothers, all brothers, starting with the elder apostles on down, are catching more hell in their daily life to be still and to know, hey, it's our salvation. Knowing it's urgently to be connected to the Lord. You have to be on top of your goddamn game. And guess what? There's a time and season when you're gonna tell everybody to fuck off, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've been telling my woman, I've been telling my mama, I've been telling everybody, if I can't do nothing for you, how can the Lord gonna do something for you? This is the time where the brothers are about to really show their true love to the Father, man.
That's right.
Because this is it. This is fucking it, man. Because everything you see and everything you going through, because everything is spiritual before it comes to physical, and it's getting us in that, it's getting us into that mode of to connect and to be and to know that, hey, the Lord is all we want.
Right. And if the fight is not ours, it's the Lord. That's right. We ain't got it. We don't even have to fight, man.
The Lord already won the fight.
The Lord already won it.
And that's like in that vision, I had the power, but I was just walking slow. I was just like, but like you said, it wasn't even me. I just felt it like, man, it's easy.
Easy work.
Yeah, so it's ultimately the Lord going to defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, man. Yeah. I got a couple of them.
Because when you look at it, our people are out of shape, they're through, they're done. But like the Elder Mwatzar said, the elect is getting into another spirit. A bunch of dojos every goddamn place, gyms are open. The brother came up, bike riding. We in the Apostle Gabar spirit. Yeah. All the apostles, to the elders, to the brothers, is in that eating well, doing your body well, man. And then the body of the believers is doing well, helping one another out. Like me and this brother was talking about Esau's banks is failing, but then brothers among themselves, we bailing brothers out. Like it is situation. Yeah, brothers get bailed out like, damn, brother, I need this, I need that. Cool, brother, you got it. All right, cool. But we still doing the work of the Lord. We catching double the hell, like you said. But that's just making us hate this place more. We ready to rest. We ready to get the fuck out of here.
Because like reading the scripture, right here it says, so remove your dark deeds like dirty clothes. It reminds me of like when you were a kid and shit. I used to stay at home a lot by myself and shit. My mom was like, this house ain't clean. When I get home, you're gonna be in trouble. You knowing that the house got to be cleaned by a certain time, the closer you get to that time, you like looking at everything and like, man, let me get this and shit. You just sweeping this shit, even to the point where you want her to walk in and you doing shit, so how much more for Yahweh Shema Shine, man? Because when the Lord come, it ain't gonna be, the Lord don't respect people,
He don't.
You can spend, how many times we seen niggas come in the truth, been in the truth years, man, become heads of camps, and then just bug out. Start saying they 12 apostles and shit.
They ain't examining themselves.
Yeah,
they
man.
Ain't understanding
it's
that.
a fearful thing that we in, man.
Yeah, look at the apostles as an example. They never get out of line.
Proud.
They proud because they know who they serve. They're like, he is gonna save you. Yahweh Bashim Ashad is the one that can save you, not us.
Yep.
We're just ministers by whom you believe the word, and that's all we come to do. See, Jalen, but when we gonna get up? Bro, a general knows, like, I don't have to attack them right now.
Yeah.
Like, the deception is the ultimate art of war.
Yep.
They think we're close when we really far away, and when we really, they think we far away, we really right up on their ass. We close.
Right.
So the Lord is closer than you know. He's right here. Because Jay don't know that you can easily call on the Lord, but you don't know him.
Yep.
Let's say he right there next to you, but you don't know him. We know the Lord. That's why we know, you already going down, bro. We ain't got to sock you in your mouth to know you going down. You already done. You
He's
through.
socking himself in the mouth.
Yeah.
Did I do it? No.
I'll do it again. Nah,
like
you done.
on Family Guy,
Yeah.
there was an episode. Brian was like into it with Stewie, and he was waiting for Brian to get his lick back, but Stewie was bugging out. He was like, "When is it coming?" Like, he was like, "I'm gonna do it to myself, so that way you don't gotta do it to me and shit." But then at the end of it all, he still got the lick
still
back.
got it,
like, you know.
Because I remember back when I was in high school, this nigga used to always fuck with me, right? He used to always come hit me back of the head, and I used to be all patient and shit. And if he was sitting by himself, and no one was in the class, and I walked right behind him and socked him right in the ear, bro. And his ear exploded.
Oh,
His ear, I hit him so hard his eardrum exploded. You know? Knowing that, hey, and that's
When
the thing.
you do get him, it's like,
and then
It's gonna be bad, man.
and then that's the same day. That's the same day. I was in the next period. I was in history class, and I got a phone call coming to the office, and this was with my grandfather, and I knew it because 2 days before that, I had a talk with my grandfather. Right? He said he gave me great advice. He said, "Hey, you can't love me." He said because a lot of my family members live with my grandparents, and he's like, "Hey, you can't come live with me." He said, I raised my kids. I raised my children. Your parents are your responsibility. And I felt some kind of way. I felt kind of like I was sad. They're like, damn. But he said, hey, before you walk out of this room, stop crying. Become a man. You become a man, right? And I sat with him for a while. That made me more of a man. So when I was in that day when I socked that nigga in the ear, I had sit, and then I got a phone call to go up to the office, and my uncle was on the other side of the fucking office in the front, and I came through the back, and I opened the door, and I saw my uncle's face, and I said that Daddy died in front of everybody, and he was like, he really didn't say nothing, but I remember the day I was walking through the foyer, I punched his locker, bro. It was a metal locker. I punched that motherfucker. And I'm gonna put my hand to that motherfucker, bro. I was so mad that my father had died. You know?
Who was
more of a father than my father.
Yeah. But it goes to show you that when the elect gets that lick back, it's gonna be more detrimental.
Yeah.
Jake is the nigga slapping the scriptures, but the end is gonna be bad for you Jakes that didn't take heed unto patience is a killer, man. Ask any fighter. Like the nigga that became one of the blockhead niggas, the little rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah.
The dude got a perfect uppercut on his ass because he waited. Wow, and this dude's whole head goddamn went up. But it's all about patience and timing. Lord is about patience and timing. That's why he said, hey, let Esau do what he want, tire himself out, but when I come, it's gonna be one round knockout, he's gonna be through, and it's gonna be a devastating one too. That knockout, how the dude's ear exploded, the Lord gonna destroy a whole nation on the day he comes back. To never return again. America, Babylon. Go ahead,
Yeah, you got some.
I got a couple of precepts. Okay, here it is. Pretty much, oh, here it is. Bring it up. So Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7 says, alas, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble.
Because you Jakes, man, you in trouble. Why? 'Cause niggas want to praise a chair. Niggas want to still smoke weed and be an asshole. Want to be under your woman. It's kudos to them Jakes that ran to Jake's aid. I give them that. But where the fuck you niggas at running to the aid of your nation? We're at fucking war right now. Here we are. We right here like, hey, we need all hands on deck.
Right.
But you niggas ain't nowhere running to the aid of your own existence.
Yep.
They want to exterminate us, man.
Yep.
This ain't the war they want to fight.
But this is not the war they want to fight. See, that's the spirit. This is not the war you want to fight, but this is a war that's already won.
Yep.
That's what you ain't even, like, you ain't even, come on now.
Yep.
If Yahweh Shema shot before us, who can be against us? Hey, then the Lord says the world gonna hate you. But that's good though, because they hate righteousness. We're righteous because the Lord made us righteous. They hate him, but you can't defeat him. Go ahead, huh?
It says, but he shall be saved out of it.
But the elect is gonna be saved out of it. Why? Because they ready for the battle. Like you say, your father, your grandfather had died, and you already kind of knew like that. But guess what? We're gonna see all our people that's gonna die.
Man, that's
again.
great. Man, that's beautiful to understand that. We're gonna see our loved ones again.
That was a beautiful
Right,
story,
right.
Because you said you was angry, but now we at peace with it all. Like, all right, Jake, yeah, you gonna get wiped out, be through. It's gonna be trouble for our people, but y'all gonna come back anyway. And the real warriors gonna step up and win the war, man, through Yahweh Shema Shah. We just gotta wait till our king returns. We gotta wait for him to get his lick in first. Then we gonna be all powerful.
I got some more, but the Jake that came up, I don't know if you seen, he had that one little,
The 1-2.
one little two, so it made me think of this scripture. That's the next verse though. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not thou word of Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth.
Now, when the Lord helps us out, like, man, it said he was going to help us. We ain't going to need Esau and the shit he got. Read that again, huh?
It says,
the
behold,
Lord going to help us.
that's right. Oh, I'm going to go back to the other. It says, fear not thou word of Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
How's the Lord going to help us? Because the Lord's a man of war off top. But he's like, get him. Yeah, it's even in Deuteronomy where the Lord said, destroy them. If a brother can get there, I know you know where it is, Shemai. I think it's in Deuteronomy 33. It actually says, destroy our enemies. Destroy them. Go ahead, huh?
It says, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having
The
teeth.
Lord gonna make us a new weapon. He got all his toys and his weapons, but there's no greater weapon than the Israelite man that's one with his power. That's the ultimate weapon. That's a weapon of mass destruction right there. Go ahead, huh?
And that's the spirit Jake came up and he was like, man, I just had to come over here and stop. I just felt that. I felt the power. You know, we can barely understand, but he said something about the power. Like,
He's embedded with the power, right?
it says, thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small.
That's governments. Mountains represent governments. It said ain't gonna be no more. Once Jake go in there, the government ain't gonna be no more. Because you gotta remember, the Lord Yahweh Shah is gonna destroy the armies of these nations in one place. So when the Lord sends his men into these nations, when we come out, there is no nation. What's that?
Right.
What Korea? What the fuck is that? Like, there ain't no Korea no more. It's just Moabites now, enslaved. There ain't no Africa anymore, Uganda. It's just certain Hamites, they still alive, they're gonna rebuild. These nations that you know today on these maps, they ain't gonna be no more in our kingdom. Ain't gonna be no such thing as a goddamn Russia. Ain't gonna be no Russia, ain't gonna be no Ukraine, ain't gonna be no goddamn Yugoslavia. Ain't gonna be no France. It's just gonna be Israel, and it's gonna be the heathen.
United Nations.
Ain't gonna be no United Nations.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we read it in the NLT, you read it from your version, huh?
Deuteronomy 33, beginning at verse 26. It says, there is none like unto the God of Jeshurun.
Woo! And what's Jeshurun mean? Yashawan, which means the first, or my first. So there ain't no power like the power of Israel.
principal thing first. Also means upright one.
And the upright one. Woo. Go ahead, huh?
It says, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help,
Woo.
and in his excellency on the sky.
Hey, that's where the Lord gonna come from the sky, man. Everybody gonna see like, oh, what? Oh, damn. Go ahead, huh?
It says, the eternal power
The eternal power. Go ahead, huh?
is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms.
Man.
And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee.
Oh, the Lord gonna thrust out the enemy before us. See, the Alabama brawl was, hey, that was a victory for Jake in this world. But we ain't even gonna have to fight. Right when we come before our enemies, their ass is gonna be just destroyed. Just at our presence. Like, whoa,
Like
shit.
Jericho, huh?
They like remember on Dave Chappelle when he took the hood off,
Yeah,
the
nigga
niggas
head
head exploded.
exploded and shit.
That's what's gonna be. That once they see it, they's gonna die of fright. When they see our power, they're gonna die
Right.
of fright, man. Go ahead, huh?
And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them.
Woo! So the Lord gonna thrust out the enemy before us. Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, the China man, so-called Moabites, the African man, the Hamites, Japhetic man. And they get fucked up over there in marriage, Japheth and shit. The Lord is gonna thrust them out. Then he's gonna tell us, destroy them. Damn. All right. Okay, Lord. And that's what we gonna do. And now that's scripture. See, vocab will never bring that out to you. The church will never bring that out, that the people of the Lord is going to destroy their enemies. Destroy. It said destroy in there. It didn't say play with them, be cool with it. It said destroy them. And that was a command from the Lord himself. And I know you got that in the,
They say the same thing. Huh?
read it. We got to put it plain for Jay. Jay ain't understand.
This Deuteronomy 33 and 27. The eternal God is your refuge,
Woo!
and his everlasting arms are under you.
And now the arms represent what? The heavenly host. Woo! It said they are under you. It said we gonna judge angels, which not as actually judging them like, hey man, you went off, Michael. No, it's gonna you say, hey Michael, go destroy that demon.
Yep.
Hey Satan, they go kill that guy. They said we gonna have power over.
Judge means to order.
Order. Woo! That's it. That's what we gonna be ordering the angels.
Administration, huh?
Hey, because the angels gonna be like, man, hey, whatever y'all want us to do, man, go ahead, huh?
He drives out the enemy before you.
Woo, the Lord gonna drive out the enemy before us, man. Hey, if that was a true victory in Alabama, best believe whole city's gonna be driven out before us. We ain't even gonna set foot in the land. The whole land is empty. Like, man, where everybody at? Oh, they gone, they fled to the mountain. That's the power we with. Go ahead, huh?
He cries out, destroy them.
Woo! The Lord gonna cry out, destroy them in the Hebrew tongue. Huh? He's gonna cry out, like how we say abad babal, destroy Babylon. The Lord gonna say abad, Adawam, abad, Agawayam, man. Destroy the heathen, destroy Edom. Destroy the niggas, yeah. That was it. You got anything, Zach?
Yeah, I don't know if brothers know, but one of the brothers brought that Montgomery heated up and 8 minutes was like.
Oh, you bring it out. They bring out Alabama too.
Pretty much it goes into.
Oh yeah, come on. And then get the scripture. And this is beautiful, man. I like that it happened because the Civil War broke out. Right, it was the first shot had to be fired, right? And then the shit just went E versus E because of Jake. But then this time, hey, brawl for it all.
Yep.
Jake had to meet E and shit. And he thinking like, hey, these niggas ain't nothing. We call him Tyrone, not knowing that that's your goddamn science project. But what's going on right here ain't got nothing to do with you, Esau. This is all of the Lord's doing. That's right. Yahweh Shemashai gonna lift up his men, gonna give them a standard in that day.
And it's a spirit that it happened in the south going into the southern kingdom. Man.
One of the most heavily segregated and racist fucking places in Babylon that you learn about in school. Goddamn Montgomery, Alabama. Alabama this. The goddamn governor of Alabama. Jake marching, getting hit with rocks and shit down there. Dogs sicked on him and shit. There's in fucking Alabama, man. Where the alligators was eating our babies. Alabama again. So it's beautiful how it started there,